Hello and welcome back to the Brighton career mode here on FC24. We are now into season 4, just past the summer transfer window. We are now into the month of September, and we've got a busy end to the month. We've got an away game against Crystal Palace, our first game in the Europa League for this season, and then a game against Aston Villa, as well as a Carabao Cup game against Leeds. We're going to get through all those games, and we're also going to go ahead and get through a couple more games as well. We'll play Leicester, and we'll play St. Pat's in the Europa League as well, just so we can get through some more games. Before we do that, we'll go over the team just one more time before. This is kind of the starting 11 we're going with as of right now. Jansen probably wouldn't be in there. It would be Buonanotte. Garnacho's still here out on the left side. Did not leave during the transfer window, which we are very thankful for and very lucky to have him. And then as far as the bench goes, these are obviously the players that you can see down here that we have, and then reserves. I mean, we still got some very solid talent in the reserves as well. A lot of backup players. Tom Bischoff, a new cam that we brought in. Mazilu, basically a new signing because we've had him out on loan since the beginning of the year, or since the beginning of the career mode. Honestly, if Verbruggen ever leaves, Mercier would be a fantastic replacement. All these players could be replacements for who we have. Lewis Dunk down there, unfortunately, got to move him to the reserves now. He's really old, like 34, yeah, 34, 35 almost probably, so starting to regress quite a bit. But that is the team that we have. We made some moves in the transfer window. Of course, you guys saw Benjamin Sesko left, Smith Rowe left, Pedro Neto left, Sesko 150 million in for him. We've also got players that we sent out on loan that you can see here. I'll just kind of scroll through that. We brought in Tom Bischoff on loan from Barcelona, and we have an option to buy him at the end of that loan spell if we decide that we want to. We have Joe Bellingham still, of course. I'm hoping that he gets some experience at Crystal Palace here in the Premier League, but we'll see how that goes. We did bring in Eberici as a 83 overall, 28 years old, only 36 million that we had to pay for him, so more than happy to pay that for a player of his caliber. And of course, we let go of Smith Rowe to Barcelona for 125 million. So we let Smith Rowe go to Barcelona. We brought in a cam from them, and then we let Joe Bellingham go to Crystal Palace after we brought in their cam. So kind of doing some swaps there with some teams, but 56 million as well for Pedro Neto. So we brought in a little over 325 million from the sales of 3 players. You guys saw in the last episode that we got through 4 games in the Premier League, and unfortunately dropped a lot of points. 7 points dropped out of a possible 12. So we're sitting in 13th as of right now on only 5 points. Still level with Arsenal and only 1 point behind Spurs. So, you know, we're down there, and Manchester United only 2 points through 15 games. We're down there with some big clubs. We'll go ahead and look at the standings, see who's in the top 5-6 teams. I mean, Liverpool and Man City, obviously, we known to be up there, but Fulham, West Ham, Brentford, Norwich up there, Southampton up there. I mean, some odd teams that are up there at the top, and then the teams at the bottom kind of still make sense. But, you know, I'm sure by the end of the year, things will level out a little bit more. So, first things first, let's get into this game against Crystal Palace. We need to find 3 points here. We are going to go with our normal 11 for this game, but as you can see, Garnacho tired out there on the left. Unfortunately, he did have to play in some international games over the break, so a little bit tired coming back into the Premier League for this game, but Buonanotte with a nice pass to Correa. Correa looking towards that back post. Ooh, Garnacho almost able to get to that one. 6 minutes gone. We are going to have a corner here, and we'll go ahead and swing this one in with Getson Fernandez. Looking for João Pedro towards that back post. Can't find him. It is going to fall to Garnacho, who finds Diamande and Buonanotte with another shot. Sabitzer out here to Lozano. Lozano finding Nicholas Jackson. 12 minutes gone. Crystal Palace take a 1-0 lead thanks to Nicholas Jackson. Garnacho on the edge of the box. I mean, he scored one last episode that was a banger, so I figured I might as well go for it. João Pedro was kind of clearing the way for us to get in there. Diamande, not a great effort. João Pedro, oh man, what a save by Rulli. Wow. And João Pedro finds the back of the net off of that corner. That was an insane header by João Pedro there. I did not think that was going to go in, but Eberici Eze finds him after 18 minutes, and we find a leveler. Eze looking over the top for João Pedro. A little bit of a heavy pass. João Pedro looking for Getson Fernandez over here on the other side. Is going to find him. He's going to find Buonanotte, who creates some space. Damn, that could have been 2. Eze out here to Buonanotte. He's going to have to cut inside. Does so, but the defender does well to hold him off. Andy Diop on the edge of the box, though. Going to look for Garnacho through, and that's going to be a goal. I thought he was offsides. Alejandro Garnacho gives us the lead after 39 minutes. And I am very, very happy to say that we are keeping him for this season after no offers for him in the transfer window. So we're very, very lucky to still have him being an 84 overall now. Andy Diouf, an excellent pass through and an excellent shot by Garnacho there. Garnacho kind of made a move to get around the defender, and the defender takes him out in the box. That'll be a penalty right before the end of the first half. This game has been very offensive for both teams, but especially for us. Crystal Palace's defense have done nearly nothing whenever we're attacking. We just haven't been able to find a goal very many times, but here we have, right now, Eberechi Eze taking it. I might switch that to... Ooh, João Pedro's penalties are not that good. They're okay. We'll go João Pedro just because I want to get him some goals. We're going to go top right. Hopefully the keeper goes the wrong way. He goes the right way. Maybe should have kept it on Eze. Ceballos with a shot. Never really troubling Verbruggen too much there, but he does have to make the save. Ooh, a nice move there by Golovin out here on the wing. Crystal Palace pushing forward. Diamande getting the tackle in. Garnacho inside to João Pedro. João Pedro finds Getson Fernandez. That's a 3-1 game. 72 minutes gone. I think we have sealed this one. Crystal Palace have not been able to go forward very well at all this game, so I think we've wrapped this one up. João Miranda down here to Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins has some room to run. The defender kind of steps out of the way. Rulli is able to make a save there. An excellent save from him. He's had a pretty good game, but unfortunately the rest of his team has not had quite as good of a game. And 90 minutes gone. Crystal Palace is content to just play it around the back and take the loss. 3 points for Brighton and Hove Albion here over Crystal Palace. But now we move on straight to our next game, an FC Porto matchup in the Europa League. The Portuguese team, I'm sure, are going to be the favorites to win the group besides us. The other two teams probably don't really have much of a chance, but it's going to be pretty much a matchup between us two to win the group. We're going to stick with pretty much the same lineup. We're going to go ahead and get Garnacho out. He's a little bit tired. And we're going to get Jansen out on the right. We might make a few more subs. I think I'm going to get a couple of players in just because they're a little, angry with their selection in the team as of right now. But I think that's probably about good right there. We're going to go with that team. We do have a game 3 days after this against Aston Villa in the league, so we need to make sure to have some fresh legs for that. But we want to make sure to play a good team in this game as well. So this is the lineup Porto are going to be going with, and we're going to go with that lineup that you see there. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Gittins picks that up in midfield. A nice pass through to João Pedro. A very acrobatic save there. I thought that might have taken a deflection. A good shot from João Pedro, but unfortunate. Porto man getting around Evan Ndicka momentarily. Ndicka trying to get a challenge in. Does not have the last laugh. And Martinez finds the pass from Pepe and finds a goal for Porto after 22 minutes gone. I thought Diamande was going to be able to get in front of that one, but that back left corner has been found by Martinez. And a 1-0 lead has been found for Porto, so same position as last game, taking an early 1-0 deficit. Romario pushing forward here, finds a pass out here to Charbel. Barco not getting a tackle in, but Pepe going for a shot there, well wide of the post. Fernandez out here to Jansen again. Jansen again having a little bit of room to run around the defense. Gonna go for another shot, again, sort of right at the keeper, but 45 minutes gone. We do have a corner here. If Eze can swing in a good one, we could look for João Pedro. Oh, who would have found another goal off of a corner, but the keeper makes an excellent save to end the first half. Porto on a break here, pushing down this wing, going for a cross. Diamande dealing with that one pretty well. Diamande and Ndicka are quite the duo here in the back of our defense. Gittins, João Pedro is through, and he will find a goal for us. 54 minutes gone. Porto's defense break down, and we level the game at 1. João Pedro with another goal in the Europa League. Last year, he had several goals in the Europa League and performed very well in this competition. And he's starting out this campaign hot as well. Barco inside to Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins is going to find João Pedro. Tough angle there. That one's going to find its way into the net. Not even into the net, past the line, and it immediately went to a cutscene. That is going to be an own goal on Porto. Francis doing a terrible job there of clearing the ball off of the keeper as well. It didn't even, roll into the back of the net. It just kind of, went past the line and immediately went to a cutscene, but we will gladly take it. We don't care. An excellent pass through Diamande. Sliding challenge right after that goal. They almost find one for themselves. They do have a corner here, but Diamande saves us at least for the moment. Oh, we're on a break now. Eze out here to Bino Gittins, who pushes that one ahead of him. Right into the path of the defender, but somehow sticks with it. 3-1 Brighton and Hove Albion, the same scoreline as the Crystal Palace game. Bino Gittins has a lot of pace. Somehow got past that defender. I don't know how he didn't clear that, but we will take it. 3-1 Brighton and Hove Albion. And that is going to allow us to make some changes. We're going to get a 4-man sub in and get some experience for some younger players. Carlos Baleba coming in, as well as Chao Miranda. Ooh, a good pass out here. Barco trying his best to get that one. And Dika deals with it well. Verbruggen makes the save on that shot. That one's knocked over to a Porto man, but somehow we get away from that without conceding. Porto pushing forward again here. 90 minutes gone. The only option they have is to cross it in. Verbruggen catches that one, and that is going to be the end of the game pretty much. We will go ahead and throw this one out, and the referee will blow his whistle there. 3-1 win in our first game in the Europa League against Porto, against the best team that we're going to face in this competition in the group stage. We got a 3-1 win, so starting off very well. And now, like I said, only 3 days until our game against Villa, and then another 3 days and we'll have another game. And then another 3 days we'll have another game, and then 4 days we'll have a game. So, it's just, this is the part of the season that starts to get real busy real quick. The international breaks are kind of the only big breaks that you end up getting, but we'll take it. We got to stay busy. We got to make sure we get some rotation in for our players. Some players are going to be tired in this game. We're going to keep João Pedro in. He's really our only option at striker as of right now. We want Bruno Nate out there. We do have Chao Miranda. I want to see him play because, realistically, when you look at his attributes, they're not too much worse than João Pedro's. So I think Miranda can be a formidable player for us, but we'll just have to see how it goes throughout the season. Got to get him some experience before we can do that. Diamande is going to be a little bit tired in this game, but we're going to keep him in because Villa are really good and we need our best players in. Igor can play, but I want to keep Diamande on that right side. So this is the lineup we're going to go with, but we are going to get some different players on the bench as well. A home game, actually, against Aston Villa. This is the lineup they're going to be going with. It's always difficult facing them. Ollie Watkins, obviously a player that we thought about bringing in, that we could have brought in for sure, but didn't bring in Martial either. I know some of you guys had mentioned your comments on the last episode about that. We definitely need a backup striker if Chao Miranda doesn't work out, but I have faith in him. As you can see, Angel Correa there, 5 goals in 3 games. Absolutely incredible for them, but we're going to have to reevaluate in the January transfer window as far as players to bring in, obviously, because we don't have a choice at this point, so hopefully the season goes well until then. Oh, Ollie Watkins is through. Verbruggen making a fantastic save there. 15 minutes gone. Aston Villa had the first action of the game, and they do now have a corner. They're going to swing that one in. Buonanotte dealing with that one decently well, but they still have possession of it. We are able to get it away, and Garnacho finds Eze, and Eze is going to return the favor to Garnacho. 1-on-4, pretty much. We're going to have to cut this one back inside. We're going to find Eze. Going to try to find João Pedro. But Eze finding Garnacho again. Off of this break this time. Able to get around that defender. Oh, and what a save from Flecken. We tried to go toward that bottom right corner underneath the keeper's arms, and he made an incredible save there. Unfortunate not to have a goal. It looks like we still have possession of the ball here. But that box is way too crowded. Buonanotte knocking that one ahead. Looking over the top. Still with the ball. Still with the ball. Diouf into Garnacho. Garnacho. Damn, not that time. Leon Bailey has lots of room to run into. Kirkes didn't deal with him at all on that side. Verbruggen has to make a save there. There's no way you can get beat at your near post like this. Let's look at the replay again. I mean, it literally went between his foot and the post, which is about as narrow of an angle as it could possibly be. I mean, it should have been more narrow than that. That's terrible goalkeeping from Verbruggen. But terrible defense from us, so 1-0 Aston Villa. Yeah, I don't know who that Barry guy is, but he is not going to get around Diamande that easily. Ollie Watkins on the edge of the box now, looking for Angel Correa. We moved Ndick out of the way momentarily, or Diamande out of the way momentarily. I always get them confused. Luckily for us, no goal for them, but they still do have their 1-0 lead, of course. Garnacho clears that header away. All right, 66 minutes gone now. We've got some tired legs. Eze and Diamande, two of our, better players, of course, just a little bit too tired. So we're going to get Bischoff in, and we're going to get Igor in. Igor, I'm comfortable with him playing. He played for us for a couple of seasons as our main center back, or one of our main center backs. But Bischoff, I'm not as comfortable with, not as confident in. But Getson Fernandez finding a pass through here to João Pedro, who's going to have to turn that one around. He finds Garnacho over here. Oh, and Garnacho, left-footed shot. Can't find a goal for us. 69 minutes gone. All right, and now 83 minutes gone. We got to get João Pedro off. He is also just a little bit too tired. Jansen's going to come on as the striker in place. Igor, I was talking about how comfortable I am with him. Luckily, that does not come back to bite us, but what a terrible, terrible pass from him. He's going to find a pass to Garnacho, who finds Diouf. Okay, it was deflected. I was about to say, that was a pretty terrible shot. 88 minutes gone. We're going to send this one up high. Igor or Diouf. Ah, man. And we do. Andy Diouf pushing forward here. Looking for Jansen. Jansen finds Diouf. Diouf back to Jansen. Oh, we can't find Garnacho. That's going to be a corner. That would have been a perfect play to finish off this game to get us a point. We're going to swing this one in again with Fernandez. Indica, what is that? Ah, what a terrible header. And that's going to mean that we lose this game 1-0 to Aston Villa, and we drop all 3 points, which at this point in the season it's not looking good for us. And that defeat means we are currently sitting in 10th place in the Premier League on 8 points. I mean, obviously, it's not too bad. This early on in the season, you can always make up a lot of ground, but of course, Manchester City, Liverpool, Newcastle, none of them are dropping points. So it's going to be tough for us to get back up to, like top 4 range, but we can definitely do it. And especially, hopefully, the games coming up. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the games coming up to see what they are. Leicester City, winnable. Chelsea's going to be tough for sure, always is. Fulham, winnable. But then after that, it's going to get a little bit tougher for a couple games. So we're going to have to pull out some points against some teams that are a little bit better than us in Spurs and Liverpool and, Chelsea. But I have confidence in this team. I think we can do it. First, though, we got to get through this game against Leeds in the Carabao Cup. So this is a competition that we are unfortunately not too worried about this season. So we are going to make sure to get some subs in here and get some extra players in. And we are going to go ahead and simulate this game. Just so we can kind of get past it. We don't necessarily want to spend too much time on games like this whenever we're not too concerned with it. So we're going to get some subs in, get a new 11 in just so they can get some game time. We'll get Diaz on the bench, and we'll get Ribeiro on the bench as well if he can get some game time in. And that's what we'll go with. This is the lineup we're going to go with for this game, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick sim, get a win in this game. I want to keep winning in competitions that like this so that we can keep getting our backup players some game time, but we'll see how it goes, and that's going to be a 2-0 win for us against Leeds. Bino Gittins and Diaz getting us the goals, and it's looking like Barco had a fantastic game, as well as Mercier in goal. So, fantastic games from the boys. That's a dub. And at this point in the season, I'm already going to go ahead and show you guys the squad stats, just so you can keep updated on it. Garnacho, leading scorer as of right now, 4 goals in the Premier League. He's been playing very good, as well as Bino Gittins out on the left whenever Garnacho isn't in. So right now, the left wing is definitely the place to be for our team. Eberici Eze coming into the squad and performing very well as well. And as you can see, some of the other player stats here. And then I'm going to go ahead and scroll through the prospects that we have out on loan. Some of them are already growing, which is fantastic to see. Leonardo da Costa is kind of the one we're worried about the most. Still only 16 years old, playing for Fulham in the Premier League. Hasn't got any starts yet, but is up to a 73 overall. And Stanley Wilson up to a 74 as well. So fantastic to see some growth from some of our players there. I did already go ahead and make Verbruggen captain. I kept seeing that Eze was the captain, and I kept forgetting to change it. But yeah, Verbruggen is going to be captain from now on. Correa, a little bit tired for this game, so hopefully we'll be able to make a sub out for him. But Lamptey, also a little bit tired for this game, so we're going to have tired legs in this game. But he's finding João Pedro there, who can't find Eze. Not great passing from either team so far in this game. as you can see there. Donker, ooh, Diamande, excellent defense. We really, really needed that one there. And João Pedro's going to find Buonanotte out here. He's going to look all the way across field for Garnacho. An excellent pass down to Eze. Not a great effort there with his left foot, and the keeper does collect. Garnacho sending João Pedro on a run. Damn, I really wanted him to shoot that with his right foot. 22 minutes gone. We do have a corner here off of that João Pedro shot and saved by Iverson, I believe is who it is. Diamande's header there off the corner, way over the bar. Kirkes gets a tackle in and just pushes his way down this left side. Doesn't have really any options to go to just yet. João Pedro does end up with it. He's going to find, not find Eze, but the ball ends up with Eze. That shot is right at the keeper, and Eze somehow gets the rebound. And that's a 1-0 lead, 30 minutes in. Very tough deflection there off of Wout Fish, I believe is how you say his name. And then another tough deflection for the keeper. Somehow Eze gets there before him. And somehow that ball finds its way into that right side for the first goal of the game. Oh, that's a terrible turnover there. João Pedro's got to find a way to get this one in. And he does. Bottom right corner, 5 minutes after we scored the first. João Pedro with another goal. And it's looking like we could potentially run away with this game very, very easily. Oof, what a tackle from Fabricio Diaz. And they're going to call that a foul. That is insane. He definitely got all ball there. Diamande clears that one away. Let's get on a break yet again. Oh, come on, ref. That's not a foul? Wow. Bias. I call it bias. Oh yeah, Eze finds Garnacho there. Garnacho, I'm going to cut back inside, and then we're going to find that third. I thought for sure the defender there was going to catch up to us if we kept going on that left side, so I've got to cut back inside of him, and Garnacho makes this 3 for us before halftime. And what a first half it was from the boys. 3-0 over Leicester City. We are running away from this one very, very easily. 8 shots to 0 for us over them. And hopefully we're going to put at least 4 or 5 on them. That would be fun. Leicester City, I mean, like I said, they came up from the championship this past season. They ran the championship, and they do have a lot of good players, but you can tell that they just kind of play like a championship-level team. A nice pass down here to Marquinhos. 65 minutes gone. Leicester pushing forward yet again. Not a bad cross there. Verbruggen not dealing with it very well. Garnacho going to end up with that one, and we are going to get away. Oh, excellent passing there from Leicester City. 82 minutes gone. They find a goal back. Unfortunately, we can't keep a clean sheet against these boys here. And Verbruggen's definitely not going to be happy about that one, but unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes. We have a free kick here. Ribeiro looking out here for Intica. I'm not sure what he's doing out here. We're going to go ahead and cross this one in. Really not a bad cross from the center back there, but doesn't find anybody. And that's going to be that. Referee blows his whistle. 3-1 win for Brighton. Nothing doing in the second half for us. There was plenty of opportunities to score, but we just couldn't capitalize. So I'm not sure how many of those are going to be shown, but we'll see. 14 shots to their 3. 4.4 expected goals for us to 1.8 for them. So they could have scored one more. We could have scored one more, but we'll take the win no matter what. 3 points for Brighton. And that win is going to see us back into 8th place in the Premier League. So, you know, things are looking good. There's still some teams that haven't played their 7th game yet, so that could always change, of course. But we're back in good standing for sure. We need to start winning more and drawing the games that we're losing. We don't need to lose anymore. I'd say by the end of the season, we need to have lost like a maximum of 5 games to get top 4. And we've already gotten 2 of those losses. So now we just need to minimize the draws and minimize losses as well. So we need to win pretty much, a lot of games. But now to round off the episode, we have a game against St. Pat's in the Europa League. This will be the last game of the episode. A little bit of a bigger break for us between this game. 5-day break. So we're going to go ahead and get some different players in. Bino Gittins is going to start this game instead of Garnacho. We're going to make sure that plenty of players are getting their game time in. Lamptey over there. We'll keep the defense. Actually, we'll get Lewis Duncan for defense for this one. We'll get Baleba in for this game as well. Want to make sure he stays happy. That is what we're going to go with for now. We're going to make sure that we have Plenty of subs on. Actually, Mozilu's going to get a start over on the right wing as well. Buonanotte hasn't even played that great, and Jansen's been okay as well. And that's what we'll go with. So let's go ahead and get into this game against St. Pat's. A Europa League game, our second one. This one, I mean, again, a game that we should definitely be winning. I don't see us, dropping any points in the Europa League, hopefully, but we'll see how it goes. We do need to change the kit here. We're going to go ahead and rock our green jerseys for this game. October Europa League games here against St. Pat's. St. Pat pushing forward here, taking a shot on goal 7 minutes into this game. A very, very deep shot there from way outside the box. Never really troubled Verbruggen too much, but, it's nice to see them taking some shots early. Mozilu, oh, that's a great pass into João Pedro. That's got to be a goal. What a shot from João Pedro off of the crossbar and into the goal. A 1-0 lead for Brighton after 11 minutes. Diaz looking over here for Mozilu. Mozilu's got plenty of room to run into, and he's going to miss. Yikes. Not great there from the Romanian. Lamptey inside to Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins, we're going to lay that one off to Baleba. That's another one. 2-0. The midfielder finding a goal. I believe only like his 4th goal for the club in 2 seasons. But you know what? I'm sure he'll be happy to get in. I'm sure he's happy to get some game time. And Bino Gittins getting the assist as well. And then now a Baleba with a tackle. João Pedro going to keep going around this defense, and that's going to be a 3rd, his 2nd of the game. This team from Ireland is just no match for us. It's just not fair, to be honest. It really isn't. João Pedro not even doing anything too crazy there. They're just literally running around the defense, and the keeper diving out of the way to show him the whole net. So 3-0 after 30 minutes. We'll probably sim the rest of the game. I mean, look, what is that? Like, seriously. Ultimate difficulty, my ass. Like, there is no way that a team plays that bad. João Pedro, oh, that's not the pass we were looking for. I was going to try to find Baleba there, but yeah, no way this team from Ireland can play this bad, even on ultimate difficulty, but somehow it is. Uh-oh. They can't find one. Lamptey and Lewis Dunk running into each other and giving up possession. 37 minutes gone. They almost get a goal. Almost. Not quite, but corner getting swung in. That one's going to be caught by Verbruggen. Honestly, forgot about Mercier. I probably should have started him in this game. Gittins is going to outrun the entire defense to get that one. We're going to cut it back here. And then just cut inside and find a 4th. Yeah, the defense, just not very good at all. So we're going to go ahead and sim this game to the end at halftime. This one could get bad. Even after the sim, I imagine this game's going to get worse. So we'll see how it goes. Yep, there it is. There's a 5th goal. 69 minutes gone. Bino Gittins finds this one. We're going to make some subs and get on some fresh legs. Hopefully, we can find some goals from some other players that don't get as much game time. But yeah, I could see us, we might not score another one, but we could get 6 or 7 easily. And that's going to be that. The referee blows his whistle for full time. 5-0 for the boys. Completely dominated the game. Carlos Baleba getting a goal, as well as Bino Gittins and João Pedro both getting 2 goals each, and both getting 10.0s for the game, which is just insane. And yeah, I think the Europa League is going to be pretty easy for us this season, at least until the knockout rounds. And that's going to go ahead and do it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a pretty good episode. I mean, dropped some points in some areas, but overall, a fairly successful episode. Obviously, the loss against Aston Villa was disappointing, to say the least, but besides that, 5 wins and a single loss. So, pretty good episode, I'd say, and a lot of goals scored for a lot of good players. I'll go ahead and show the player stats again, just to round off the end of the episode. Bino Gittins making a case for himself to be, a starting player for us, but unfortunately still isn't. I mean, we might have to consider playing him out on the right wing or playing Garnacho out on the right wing, just because they are both so good at scoring. I mean, as you can see, they both have as many goals as our striker, which is, fantastic to see. Obviously, the Europa League games kind of skew it in their favor because of the fact that the team that we just played was really not that good. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys are enjoying the career mode, let me know in the comments down below. And that's going to be that. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.